Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Last Cloudia video, and today we're going to be looking at Saintly Melee. I'm pretty sure that name was chosen on purpose. I don't know why they chose her. Honestly, I just don't know. But at least they made her as alluring as possible. So let's get into the unit herself. She has a unique ability here at the bottom here. Gives Pandora box debuff to one target based on the content of the present buff. You lose the present buff, but we'll talk about that shortly here. So really, other than that, oh, you also get this one here, the exsanguinate. I'm pretty sure that's how I'm assuming that's how you say it. So it's pretty good. You also give exsanguinate debuff, and when enemies use skills, they will lose HP. Now I don't know how much HP they'll lose, but I mean that's actually a pretty interesting mechanic. I didn't think they would do something like that. I thought normally those kind of things would be unaffected to us, but it's kind of interesting that they would do it on enemies. So it's actually pretty interesting because that's not really something that bosses can be immune to. It's not really a status effect. It's just like an effect of some kind. It is a status effect, but not technically one of the ones that are listed. So it might get through. So I think that's a pretty interesting mechanic. Sadistic Sanguine Cycle is just some damage caps and things. And you get more damage caps and critical damage if they are having the extinguish debuff. And Melee Christmas will give you some SCT and also give a unit present buff. There are two types of present buffs. Fury and War. These are given at random based on, just like Nero when he was like his thing for himself was random and you never really knew what it was, but you could tell in battle, you could tell which one was the buff that was currently going on because you how much damage he was putting out. So when you lose the buff when you give an ally a present box from, oh my god, from the magic, you want this box question mark, or when giving an enemy a Pandora's box debuff from skill 3. A set time after present buff is lost, you re-give the unit present buff. So okay, I'm sure that's one of her skills. So not too bad, but really the main draw here is this and this and this. So let's look at her skills here. Here's the present buff. So you get a buff based on the content of the present buff. Okay. We'll see if there's anything else other than that, because it's kind of vague. And I mean, honestly, a lot of things in this game are very vague, but I just like a little more detail on what that even means. You'll feast, battle end, fully restore all skills SCT and 20%. Wow. I mean, yeah, it's battle end, so like tower, for example, this would be very nice in tower against those multi-wave enemies. This is very good, and 20% HP increase as well. Pretty good. Goddess Advocate, reduced chance of taking critical damage. Skill and special attacks have a chance to deal instant death. So it's just like that one ability that almost a lot of people have. But the first part is pretty good. Taking less damage from criticals and stuff. Skill attacks on enemies with exsanguinate have a chance to absorb 5% HP. Okay, that's pretty good. Nice synergy. Nice little synergy there. When physical attacking using special on enemies with exsanguinate, enemies defense. Oh wow, that's pretty good. I like this. So she has some interesting things in here that makes her surprisingly a very strong damage dealer. Like you would never really expect it. But she actually has some quite a few things in here that makes her a very strong damage dealer. I can tell already. She has a Goddess Kiss for free, by the way. That's kind of insane. You can go crazy with that Goddess Kiss build now. Now that she has it for free, you can use a lot of different things that for Goddess Kiss would like to have, so that's pretty interesting. So Pandora's Box Fury, cut time to re-give trait 2's present buff. Oh, here it is. All tribute damage caps 4,000. Pandora's Box debuff, all tribute damage taken. Oh my god, that's actually pretty good. And present box buff, damage taken 20%, Pandora's Box debuff, damage dealt 20%. Pretty good as well. I think this one might be a little bit better just because of the damage cap increase. But both of them have their pluses and minuses. I think both of those are very good. I'm actually really surprised that she's this good. Bloodstained suit, damage taken from enemies with. Oh wow, she gets a 30% damage reduction. And that's I think that's just for her because obviously the other people on your team don't have this, but I guess it's the way it's worded, it would be for everybody. So you're just taking 30% less damage if you use your special. And axe equipped, so you want to equip an axe. Of course, there are not very many of them, but I'm sure there's a few good axes in the game. Damage cap. When defeating an enemy, if a unit does not have present buff, give present buff. Okay. So pretty good. I think overall she's quite good. Quite good. Is she, you know, S tier? I don't know. I think I'd go in the middle. I would go like A+ tier if you want to compare. And I think she's going to be getting a score of 8.75 out of 10. Very good unit, surprisingly. I think maybe they just care about Christmas units compared to other games that I play that just kind of throw them out there and don't care about if they're good or not. They just throw out Christmas units, but this one's actually quite good. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm off base a little bit. If I'm reading it. I mean, there's sometimes where I read things and it's, you know, if it never usually the case what it is, but I think this is good. And also let's look at Maiden's Yule Song. I wasn't really that impressed. It's just okay when I first glanced. Let's look again though. So already off the bat, you are restricted to axes only units, so only really good for herself. You do get a good sight of the card if you know what I mean though. Just saying. Anyways, when only one weapon is equipped, light, dark, skill, and magic damage 50%, so that's actually quite a huge boost. When two weapons are equipped, and you only get 25% instead. So obviously you want to equip one weapon for the 50% instead. And your battle start, I don't believe this is tied to being an axe equipped, but it could still be. Battle start, a vitality effect to all allies. That's actually quite good. And god type only, light, dark damage. Of course, so she'll get the cap if you equip this. Okay. And surprisingly, this is not an axe. This is an accessory. Battle start, high chance for all enemies, and there's an ore there, so I read the ore this time, guys. 20%, any of those, or and all allies, or any of those stats. So it's not bad. It's not very good, but it's not bad. It's just okay. And everything in here is just okay. Finally, there's this though. Light and dark skill, physical damage, special damage 10%. There's finally something like this. That's not too bad. It's only 10% though. I mean, I wish it was a little more, but oh well. I'm also getting Mimicry God, which is actually pretty interesting. This is a pretty unique thing here where you could take advantage of at some point. It's only 2 SC. Pretty good. Everything else in here is just okay. It's just okay. So I'll give the arc like a 7. It's not super amazing. It's just okay. Anyways, we will do a little bit of polls here at the end of the video, so if you stay till the end, you'll get to see some salt. And after doing my polls, I forgot to talk about the paid equipment. The review is over, so now I can talk about the paid equipment. And if you're new to my videos, I talk about paid equipment, but not part of the review. It's afterwards, so it will not reflect my views on the review. Reflect my views or opinions on the units themselves. The paid equipment is just for people who are asking if they're good or not, because there's a lot of people who ask. Is this gonna be her? Oh, first pull! Let's get it, guys. Let's actually get it. That's actually insane. That's some Christmas luck right there. That's a Christmas miracle. That is seriously a Christmas miracle, guys. Sorry for not having the sound on, by the way. I wasn't actually expecting to do that, but oh well. Anyways. Oh my god, we got her. I'm not really going to be worried too much about the arc. I mean, it's okay. But it is what it is. I think I clicked on the wrong one. Yep, I thought so. Alright, this is the one we want to click on. So here's an axe. Obviously, she'd get an axe. She needs one. So dark attack damage 20%. Dark attack damage cap 2000. That's okay. And chance for aggro attacks to give. That's the good part. Chance for aggro attacks to give Exsanguinate buff. That's insane. So just remember all those things that she's getting with this Exsanguinate buff. Now if you have this, you just normal attack. This is a must-have. I don't even care what the other one is yet. This is a must-have. So if you're asking, hey, I can only buy one of these? I'm pretty sure this is a must-have, guys. And let's look at this one. Skill attack damage 10%, boost move speed, whatever. This one is okay, but not as good as this. This is a must-have. I'm not saying if you're free to play, this is obviously you're not even worried about this. I'm saying for people who spend a little bit of money, this is a must-have. You must have this on the Saintly unit. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get this later. Not now, but later. I'm gonna get this because that, and you're normal attacking quite often on every unit pretty much, and at every point in the game you're gonna normal attack at some point. So just being able to get an Exsangue buff for free, technically this is getting a buff for free, or a debuff for free. This is actually kind of game breaking in a way if you want to think about it in that way. So that's actually insane. Definitely get this if you are in a Pokemon fossil situation and you can only choose one or two. Definitely this one. This one's just okay. It's not really that insane. Like, it's just a little bit of damage and movement speed boost and taking less damage. It's okay, but nothing too insane. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you feel like celebrating this year or any year. That's how it goes. See you next video. Peace.